Okay, here's a look at another old masterpiece figure. This is FansToy's version of a masterpiece Skyfire. So here's just a quick look at the figure, appreciating all of the nicely sculpted detail. This is really a great figure. And in my opinion, I think this is FansToy's best figure that they ever made. But that's just my opinion. And just to let you know, it's so great that I actually bought two of them. So you could see I have a second set that's still in the nice protective plastic bag. So just wanted to document that first. And this is going to be kind of like a re-review. So let's just go over some of the accessories. So first, as always, let's take a quick look at the instructions booklet, which I do like. And you could see the contents of what you get. I think it's missing the transparent eyes. That's an option you have if you don't like the metallic painted blue eyes. You get an extra chest piece, you know, so you could have one for Autobot, the second one for Decepticon. I'm not really into that thing, but that's a nice accessory. And here, just kind of like Emgo, I totally agree that this adapter is really useless without the stand. So I'm having to use one of the stands that I got from Swoop. And just the instructions, and I'll just go over them real quick just to point out that this figure is much easier to transform than the official Takata. So the Takata version is a little bit more sophisticated with a lot more steps involved. And this one, I think, was designed better because, yeah, this is really easier to transform. But anyways, that's the instructions. And the accessories, like I was telling you, you do get a extra chest piece that you could use to swap this out for Decepticon if that's your thing. And also the transparent eyes. But to use this, you actually have to, unfortunately, let's come up a little bit. You have to unscrew the head and separate the head and then replace the eyes. But you could see this nicely painted chrome plated blue eyes, I think is already good enough. Look at that. That's really nice. So I don't think we need the transparent eyes anymore, because just trying to get the light to go on the back of the head to light up the eyes is a little difficult. But anyways, just pointing out some of the accessories that you get. And last, as always, is my favorite, the bio card. But unfortunately, it's in a credit card shape, not in a baseball, basketball shape. And you can't really read this unless you zoom in here and pause and read for the cause. Man, even this one is really hard to read. But anyways, I just want to do that because I always have to point out the issue with the cards here. You can't really read the card. But anyways, that's everything you get with the figure. And now, let me just tell you, I did not transform this into alt mode yet because I actually want to appreciate how well designed and made this figure is. So first of all, let's zoom back and look at the proportions here. This figure, typical FansToys, they call it this heroic style, but it's basically a stylized version. You could see he has longer legs, and the way they sculpted and designed it, so he does look much more mature. Look at that chest. He looks really strong. The cartoon version, yeah, it's, I don't know how to say it. It just looks a little bit simpler. But since I brought up the cartoon version, let's do this. Let's bring out the official, and you could see the difference. And you know, I laugh because this one, aesthetically, obviously, I think doesn't look as good as FansToy's, but the Takata version is definitely more tune accurate. And because that is my preference to have more of the tune version look, this is what's going to stay in robot mode. Look at how very clean and simple everything is. I can't point out everything, but I'll just point out some things. Like, it's very cartoon accurate. You could see like this Tetris shape here. You could see that circle with the L shape. That's, you know, details from the cartoon. But now you look at the way FansToys handled that. Look at this. They actually sculpted in detail there and painted it, and also that L circle shape. You could see they did the same thing. They added some extra sculpted detail and painted it. They even added some extra ones down there. They did not overly detail it, but they just detailed it enough where you could see that this definitely looks a lot better. But again, Takata version is cartoon accurate, so I can't go over everything, but that was just one small example. So you can just kind of see here the difference. Like here, look at the nicely sculpted detail and the transparent red plastic, and you see how Takata handled it. The window here is really dark, but you could see how FansToys handled it with the chrome plastic silver in there, even the fins there, or the vents. Look at that. I mean, so much detail. I mean, look at the shoulder. Those are cartoon accurate details. Look at the way FansToys handled it. Again, or I think I should do the head. Look at the head. Look at that nicely. I mean, this looks like a very mature head with the extra detail on the crest there with the plastic. And look at the way Takata handles it. Man, I mean, that's why I didn't transform this yet, because I want to appreciate just how well designed and made the FansToys version is. This is really a great figure. So in terms of the articulation, I think they did a nice job here too, because you get this nice ratchet here for both going up and down, out to the side, friction. And here's something I wanted to point out. I think this was the first time they designed the hands like this. So you could see the finger is actually in the trigger part of the gun. That's really cool. Just a little detail. And then also here, even the landing wheels, look at this. These are actually die cast. So yeah, this is done just so much better. And as I say that, it's, oh yeah, there is the little nub here to be able to pull this out. I mean, just, I can go on and on. This is real, and die cast for the feet here. And let's appreciate some of the back, because the back, same thing. You got that chrome plated detail inside here to kind of light up the transparent blue. All this extra painted, sculpted in detail, not overly detailed. This is really a great figure. But anyways, just wanted to show all of that. And then where was I? There is no waist rotation. But yeah, I think if you untab his hips here, you can sort of get a waist rotation. But this is one of the scary things. I'll just, if I can point it out, the tab system here, surprisingly, it didn't break right there. So even on the legs, it's like that. That's the only scary part about this. But fortunately, after all these years, that has not broken. And the same thing, you could see the tab here goes into the slot there when you transform it into alt mode. And it's a little hard, but this is kind of what makes this figure kind of cool. So here you can get a little waist articulation if you do all of that. But yeah, that's not really necessary. I think just the design of the character, kind of like the Seekers, like Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, it's just kind of hard to design it where, you know, it transforms. But anyway, you get a nice clickety ratchets and the FansToy squeak going out. You get knee rotation, nice clickety ratchets there. Not much articulation, but you can maneuver this feet just to get it in a nice stance that you want. So just wanted to go over just some of all of those things. And you could see this is really an awesome figure, but unfortunately it's an older figure and it doesn't meet the current trending toon aesthetics, and so that's why I had to make the tough decision to have this transformed into alt mode and stay in alt mode. But that's just a quick look at the FansToys figure. And again, I'm doing all of this because this is a really great figure, and since he's going to stay in alt mode now, I might as well just go over this and just appreciate things. And yeah, down here, this is one of the only downsides. You have this nice chrome plated red, which is inconsistent with the red you see on his jetpack. So yeah, that's just something they should have kept the same. But anyways, yeah, this is a look at FansToy's version of a masterpiece Skyfire, which I'm now going to transform into alt mode, and he's going to stay in alt mode. Okay, here's a look at Skyfire in alt mode. And now let's zoom in and get a closer look at the figure. And you could see they did a really nice job on this. Look at how nice and sleek this jet mode looks. And when you zoom in and get a closer look at the details, you could see they did a really nice job of keeping this really clean, but they added in just a little bit of details here and there. Not too much so that it's overly detailed, and you could see how they even handled some of the extra sculpted and painted detail there. This is done really, really nice. And again, every time I see this, this is the only downside. It's a nice metallic painted red there, but it's not consistent with the red plastic up there, so that just kind of throws it off a little bit. But aside from that, you could see even here, the little detail there, the lights. This is really, really a nice figure. And this is the way he's going to stay. He's going to stay in this nice alt mode. Wow, man. And let me see if I could just point out any other details here. I mean, I like the way they handled the windows there with the chrome plated plastic in the middle so that the light blue window shines through. Really nice. So let me see if I could do a comparison here. So let's bring out the Takata version, or actually the KO version. And here I already have the KO version in alt mode, and let's see if we can get a shot of both of them here together. And now you could see what this looks like. Well, first of all, Takata gives you those nice blast effects there, so that just adds a nice little accent to the figure. But you could see the Takata version compared to the FansToys. I mean, this one is cartoon accurate. It just kind of looks like it's been squished, and you could see it's not really clean. You could see this like gap in here, and I know people also complain about the gap you see right there, but it is cartoon accurate. And I'm not keeping the official KO in alt mode, but yeah, you could see it's okay. It does do a nice job capturing the toon aesthetics, but here, in my opinion, yeah, I think the FansToys just looks so much better. But that's just a quick look at the two. Let me see if I can move this back a little, if that helps to be able to see the comparison a little bit better. Look at how sleek that is. And then down here you could see that it's cartoon accurate. That's all I'll say. So that's a look at the old masterpiece figure by FansToys, their version of Skyfire in alt mode, and this is really, really a nice figure.
You forget, Starscream! I can transform too! Time to even the score, friend!